Good morning. I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. Today we have council deliberations for the 25-26 budget. And we have a list of departments here, colleagues, that we will go ahead and entertain. If you have any questions or asks, we will go ahead and entertain those today.
Mr. President,
Yes, sir.
may I make a statement, please?
Yes, sir.
Mr. President, I want to thank the Finance Committee for doing an awesome job and listening to all of the departments and hearing their concerns. Now it's hardball time now, and several things we got to look at and we got to do. First thing we got to start being concerned about is the county saying they're going to charge us for inmates in the jail. Now, officially, they should not charge us because we gave them millage to build the jail and everything else. So you can't change the rules in the middle of the game. I believe that they are also going to raise taxes. If this city is going to compete against these small towns and everywhere else, we cannot allow this county nor the schools to raise taxes, because it's going to make people continue to leave Jackson and go to Rankin and Madison County. What we did years back, when the county wanted to do the jail, we reduced our millage, which means we must reduce our millage now. And I know it wasn't part of the plan, but if we're going to be in this ball game, then we got to give the citizens what they want, which brings us to more money for police and more money for fire. Now, the only way we're going to do that, we're going to have to cut the fat. A lot of people not going to like it, but we got to do what's necessary for this city to stay afloat. We must stop talking about the zoo. We have promised Councilman Hartley year after year after year that we're going to do something for the zoo and with the zoo, and we don't have a master plan yet. We got to move the zoo forward with this budget. We got to get these council members something they can take home and speak to their people about. If that means that we need to make sure Grove Park is funded and something's going to happen, we need to do it in this budget. And the money must come from the fat that's in the budget. It's important, Mr. President, that we understand and keep our eye on the prize. We have council members and the mayor getting ready to come to trial. Even though everybody's saying that's over with, it's not over with. Once these trials happen, even though you're saying it's next year, it's still during our term. Whatever happened at these trials, they're going to point the fingers at us, the sitting mayor and sitting council members. We got to be able to show where we have made accomplishments, made the city safer, because that's what these citizens keep crying for. I want to be safe. When you get a person hurt or killed, they're not going to call the planning director, they're going to call the police department. We need to open the precincts. How in the world people go to a precinct and the precinct closed when they need help? And all that money got to come out this budget. So that means that all these fun trips and all these people that's sitting up here getting paid and not doing any work, they in the air conditioning in the summer and then the heat in the winter, that's got to stop. And that's what deliberations are for. We're not going to ask finance to go find money. We're going to tell them what we're going to do. That's our job. We over the money. We tell them what we're going to do. And they have an opportunity to make it a little bit easier. If they don't, we vote in what we want. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Stokes. And I think I speak for the rest of us that we do appreciate your institutional knowledge, because again, a lot of us, we're still trying to become acclimated to what's really happening here in the city. And so, colleagues, we're going to go ahead and start with the administration department. And to that note, we've heard everything that the Department of Administration had to say. Is there anything, any concerns or questions that you have regarding their budget? Or are there any asks that you would like to make at this time
Yes,
for
sir.
the Department of Administration? Mr.
Yes.
Stokes?
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I so move that we take $20 million out of the budget, place it in the clerk's office, in the clerk's budget. That $20 million would be used. $5 million for the police department, $2.5 million for the fire department, $1 million for Ward 5, for Councilman Hartley's zoo issue that's going to affect all of us, $1 million back to Grove Park to make sure that things that were supposed to have been done at Grove Park will be accomplished. Then we're going to have some money for rainy day, not emergency money, rainy day money. I think one council member got the state ready to transfer some property to her ward, and they got to have money to meet that. And other council members got other things in their wards that may have been ignored that they feel should be addressed. I think the budget is 300 and how many million, Mr. Fidelis, Doctor? How much is the budget?
While he's 316,
Could you repeat my motion, clerk, please?
Shanikia Jordan, Clerk of Council. We have $20 million into the clerk's budget, $5 million for the police, $2.5 million for fire, $1 million for Ward 5 Zoo, $1 million for Grove Park, and then the remainder is for rainy day.
It's issues that council members are going to see throughout the year. Once all this money is approved, then we have no category. It used to be the fund balance. We don't really have a fund balance money anymore. As you go through the year, you're going to find other things to come up, and you're going to have to be able to address monies coming from a rainy day fund. Otherwise, it's going to affect the budget in such a way that you should have got this understood at the beginning. Don't wait until January or February and something good happening in your ward and they need some help that's legitimate and all the money's already budgeted and you are just left in the cold. That's not how the city used to operate. Out of $316 million, surely we can find 20. It's not even a major percentage. Thank you.
thank you, Councilman Stokes. Colleagues, if you don't mind, we're going to go ahead and take a 10-minute recess. 10-minute recess to kind of iron out some details here regarding this meeting, and then we'll adjourn at approximately 9:24 a.m. Thank you. Currently out of recess, we had to kind of iron out some important matters with respect to today's meeting. And what we're going to do is adjourn until 10 a.m. tomorrow for a special council meeting that would give us time to get everything noticed. And we will, colleagues, come in, please, with your amendments written down. Brother Stokes threw out a big figure, and I lost count there for a minute. So please come in with your figures written down, your asks written down, so we can keep track of everything, because I know it's going to go pretty fast. And again, Councilman Stokes, I really appreciate your institutional knowledge that you bring to this board, and I'll see you all tomorrow. We are adjourned.